frequent is fraud? Consider this. Every 2 seconds, someone's identity is stolen. So how can you protect yourself, and where can you turn to for help? Doug Tayek is here with some answers. Doug is the Associate State Director for Outreach for AARP Ohio. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us here on your first show of the new year. Can't believe it's 2016.
I know.
It's crazy.
Doesn't seem possible.
It just flies by.
AARP is on the front lines for fighting fraud. So tell us about the Fraud Watch Network.
Right. Our Fraud Watch Network is one of our most important topics, and one of the things that we focus on the most. And our Fraud Watch Network, it focuses on really on 3 elements. We seek to help our members and people 50 and over, and really Americans in general, fight against being taken advantage of through online fraud, through investment fraud, and then some of the frauds and scams that people can experience either over the phone or door to door or through the mail. There's a variety of different ways, and con artists are really creative on how they can reach into your pocketbook. And so we created the Fraud Watch Network, and it provides real-time alerts and updates on the latest scams, and also helps people understand what's going on in their community and how they can avoid it.
Okay, so you're trying to help get that information out there. How do you do that?
Right, so we want to develop a community of a sense that allows folks to to talk to their neighbors, to post online, to see if they experience something, to go onto the AARP.org/FraudWatchNetwork website and upload, this is what I experienced in my community, or I saw this suspicious vehicle. We want to build a community around this, and then we also have some local events that we do. Our volunteers and staff are happy to make 15-minute to hour-long presentations to any group on exactly this topic, and then we also have some community events where we're actively helping people stay safe. Generally, these are our community shred-a-thons, where we'll partner with, for example, Tri-C. Last year we worked with Tri-C, and we had at the Tri-C West Campus a big shred-a-thon where we had a paper shredding truck, and then a company that also destroys computer hard drives and cell phones and things where there's vulnerable data on those devices, and they pulverize them so that if somebody were to break in your house or acquire that somehow, they can't take your data. And so that was very successful. We also partnered with the Cuyahoga County Sheriff's Department on that, so that they would destroy old medicine.
Oh, okay, great.
So that and that's a whole other issue, but that's part of fraud. So
you've got a lot of events, I'm sure, planned in 2016. But in between events, what is it that we can do?
Well, you can absolutely sign up for our Fraud Watch alerts. Again, on our website, and these when you sign up, these will give you email alerts on what's going on in your neighborhood. And also, if you see us in person, and I'm going to do this, you can sign up to receive our Fraud Watch alerts in person. If you see AARP at an event, you can see those we'll have those postcards everywhere, and that'll just get you enrolled. And then you can also, if you're not online, you can call 1-877-908-3360, and you can talk with an AARP representative who will connect you to the Fraud Watch materials. They'll be mailed to you, and then you can receive information that way if you're not online.
Great. So we are at the beginning of the new year, as you pointed out. Yeah. So what are some resolutions we should make? Well,
you should really, if you really want to be safe, the first thing you should do is think about your passwords. Online passwords they're so prevalent, and we have passwords for everything, right? Whether it's banking or your cell phone or just your Facebook page. And so if you really want to have a safe and reliable password, don't use the same password for every site, right? You want to make sure that you use capital letters, lowercase letters, symbols, numbers, and also what's really important is if you can use something that is really something you only know, right? A phrase that maybe is specific to you. That'll really create a very solid and safe password. And then also make sure that if you receive an email, and, be skeptical of emails asking you for help for money. If you get an email from your grandson saying that they're trapped in Mexico and they need money, don't call mom and dad because they're not supposed to know. Call your grandson. If you receive a phone call from the IRS demanding you pay,
they don't make phone calls.
They do not make phone calls, absolutely. Which is also, they'll correspond through the mail, which is why it's important to have a locking mailbox. So these are all steps you can take to avoid being taken advantage of and to keep your money safe in 2016.
And sign up for your emails.
And of course, sign up for the Fraud Watch Network through AARP.
All right. We all need to learn to fight fraud on all fronts. Follow Doug's suggestions to protect yourself. And for more help, use the information that's coming up next. Thank you.
For more information, call AARP at 866-389-5653 or log on to states.aarp.org/region/Ohio.